All right, so everybody's talking about this Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ultimania review that's coming out, that did come out, has come out, will come out, whatever. And again, it was I Taikimochi on Twitter who translated a lot of this stuff. A bunch of websites have picked this up and ran with it, but they've only picked up and ran with certain tidbits. Now, I've read bits and pieces of the interview and the news from all over the place. The thing that a lot of outlets are reporting is that the big story is that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 has entered 100% full development, full steam ahead development. Which is nice, but here's the deal. We were led to believe this was already happening. We've been told that they have been working on game number 2 since last fall. Now, working on could be conceptualizing and all that other kind of stuff. We were told that we've already got the assets, so building the game and all this other kind of stuff is going to be really quick. And now, reading this, it just happened. So I don't know what to make of all this. I definitely don't think we get this game before 2022. Definitely are not getting this game before 2022, and that's middle to end of 2022. I could see 2023 for this game, so... But let's get into it a little bit. There are a bunch of little quotes and a bunch of little things to take from this story. They're talking about Roche, how they think Roche is going to be a part of it, and they want Roche to be part of it. There are a lot of we think, we want, we would like to quotes happening in this thing, which tells me right off the bat they have no idea where this thing is going. Like, even them, I don't feel like they have a clear-cut idea of where this game is even going right now. Like, what's the end? How are we getting to the end? All that kind of stuff. Nomura goes on, he says he knows everyone wants the next installment. They want it quickly, they want to do it, and Square Enix wants to put it out quickly. He wants the game out as soon as possible. He said the quality they made this game with, they want to match and make better the quality of the next game, which absolutely they should. That should be their number one goal. It's got to be... It can't just be as good as that last game. It has to be better. Nomura even says they want to get the game out as quickly as possible. Them, Square Enix, the whole team, the next game, and they've hinted. He's dropped hints and quotes saying that he wants to put the game out in smaller chunks so they can put it out more quickly. I don't want that. Several other people don't want that. Final Fantasy VII is not a McDonald's cheeseburger. It's not a damn fast food cheeseburger. It's a fine wine. You take your time with that shit. You don't go mucking around with this game. It's a new story. We get it. It's not going to be the old story, but the characters and the themes, and the music, and everything else that makes this game great can still be there. But if you fast food this shit, it's going to be fast food. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Don't make this thing garbage, man. Don't make it garbage because you want to crank it out quick. And something else, if they're going to crank this thing out quick, if they're going to make these things and put them out super quick, they can't be $59.99, $69.99. They got to be like $39.99. You know what I mean? Like, if you're making like a quick game, you want to get it out as soon as possible, smaller chunks. We're not even forget open world at this point. You can't do open world. I mean, look at Ghost of Tsushima right now. So you look at that map. You could say there's one huge section and one small section. Okay, if you want to make that one small section a big area of Gaia and have it be open world, and then the next game adds to that, next game adds to that, cool, fine. But you can't be charging $60-$70 on people. I'm not here to get into that right now. This is just a raw reaction to the stuff I've read. I'm really not happy that, and again, my entitlement, right? Like, it doesn't matter if I'm happy or not. That's not what this is about. We were led to believe by them that this game has been in development since last fall. And it clearly hasn't. They don't even know where it's going. They don't even know where the story's going right now. So let's continue. I don't want this to be a rant. I just want to report on what I'm seeing. I'm giving you all the raw reaction, my honest feelings on where this thing's going. So let's continue. So the interviewer asks, this is right here, I'm talking directly about what's been translated. Final Fantasy VII Remake really digs deep into the original game's story, but there is a surprising development towards the end of the game. With remakes, there's always a faction of people who don't want anything changed, but there are also those who actually want things to be changed. Were there discussions among creators on whether or not you should change anything? Kitase goes on to say, Director Nomura, as well as co-director Hamaguchi and Toriyama, hoped to be able to keep the parts of the original that fans have come to love. However, I got something to say about that. However, we also wanted to add several surprises that would balance out the story too. I'm sure there are people who wish to experience the exact same story and relive memories. However, if we were to do that, then all we would be doing is just adding to the original experience, which would cause the remake to lose its significance. I think that we were able to successfully revive the story using the latest technology for the new generation of a new Final Fantasy VII. Lastly, is there anything you would like to say to the readers? Kitase says, the new Final Fantasy VII story has only just begun. Please look forward to the story from here on out. Please be excited. Please be excited, because we have no idea what the hell we're doing. They don't have any idea of the direction they want to go on this. It's clear. They said when the game came out, interviews they were doing, that, okay, so everything from here on out, Kitase said this, everything from here on out is going to be the Final Fantasy VII you remember. Nope. He just came out and said, the new Final Fantasy VII story has only just begun. Please look forward to the story from here on out. I'm fine with them doing this, right? I'm totally fine with whatever changes they want to make. I'm along for the ride. Take me on a ride. You know what I mean? Take me on a ride. But I expect you to know where the ride is going. It's like they started this huge project, right? Final Fantasy VII Remake. They've been working on it since 2012. Confirmed. They've been working on this confirmed since 2012. That's 8 years ago. They still have no idea the path that game number 2 is going to go on. And it's their baby, it's their game. I'm not entitled to any say whatsoever on this. I'm a fan, I'm going to play it, I'm going to buy it. I love the characters, I love the tale. I just feel like they don't know what they're doing. They don't have a clear-cut direction on where this is going. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, call my boy. Call my boy. Get him in the room. Get him in the room. He needs to have a more prominent role with this thing. I don't feel like Nojima is being treated with any kind of importance whatsoever. They're farming his brain for ideas, but it's like they're just using what they want. You know, I mean, there's no. At this point, so I love doing theory videos. I love doing all that kind of stuff. But after reading this, what little I've read, now I haven't seen everything translated. I've read a good chunk of it. And just from what I've read, it tells me they have no earthly idea where they're going with this. So I love doing theory and speculation videos, and I'm going to keep doing them. But after reading this stuff, I'm like, my theories and speculations could make it into the game. Because I'm thinking further ahead than they are right now. When we talk about these theories and speculations, right? We're already thinking further down the line than apparently they have, because they don't even know where this is going right now. Okay, so here's a great quote. Okay, this website is wccftech.com. So they've got, again, this is one of the websites that has a section of the interview. The sections are all over the place. Ryokuda posted all this stuff, and then Taikimochi, I guess that's how you say it, Translated, I'll put it all on Twitter. So there is a tidbit from Nomura. It says another tidbit about Aerith's character was shared in the interview. Nomura says this. Nomura says this, okay? Characters are able to see the whispers once they come into contact with Aerith. As for when Aerith starts seeing them, that is something I cannot answer at this time. Really? Really? So, when did Barrett, Tifa, Jesse, and the people fighting the Whispers in the Sector 7 slums come into contact with Aerith? The only person that was in contact with her before that point was Cloud. That's it. This is the director of the game. This is the director of the game saying that. Right here, WCCFtech.com. Go look it up. Google it. WCCFtech.com. Final Fantasy VII Remake interview, part 2, whatever, however you want to find it. Or just look for the tweets or whatever. That's the director of the game. That's obviously not true for anybody who's played the game. Even through once, in passing. Like a casual person. Playing this game through in passing just once. That's not true because Barrett and everybody else haven't met Aerith yet or come in contact with her, and they're fighting the Whispers. Tifa fighting hand to hand with the Whispers. Now I did a theory video about Cloud. You all should go check out. That could have something to do with it, but from his mouth right there, they're gonna have to go back and retcon some stuff and say, "Oh yeah, we actually bumped into Aerith after we blew up the reactor." After they blew up the reactor in the opening of the game, they're gonna have to go back and say that now. To adequately tell that in a story, you have to show us that in that section of the story for that to be real. Otherwise, you misstep, you said the wrong thing, and you have to go back and retcon that. Alright. Everybody at Square Enix needs to listen to Nojima, let him write the story, and get the hell out of the room. Go program, go character design, go make sure that Nojima's script in a nice, tidy little manuscript case is taken to everybody conducting the scenarios. Go program some good side quests. Go make sure the world map looks good. Go make sure Vincent, Yuffie, and Sid's and Keiichi's final character designs and models look right. Do all that tech stuff, right? Do your marketing, talk to your marketing people, and let Nojima write the story. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. They have no idea where it's going. And I don't typically rant. Everybody was like, I had a few people message me on my phone, text message me, say, "Did you see the good news? I've got a new text message right here. Did you see the good news about the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2? I was like, I read that they've entered 100% development, which they were supposed to have already been doing, but, I mean, reading between the lines here, I don't see a whole lot of good news. I mean, I'm excited for the game, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan, but this tells me that the right people are not in charge. And there are other little tidbits, but it's things we've already seen. Like, yes, Roche is going to be in game 2. Yeah, we have an idea for him. We would really like him to be in there. I could see us doing something. It's all wishy-washy talk. You know what I mean? It's all just kind of gray, maybe so, maybe not. Keep your fingers crossed kind of stuff. There's no hard factual stuff. Now, this could all be misdirection. It could be. What kills me is Kitase came out and said, the rest of Final Fantasy, like, the game's not going to change from here on out. All the moments and all the great stuff that happens in there is still there, and it's going to be great. That's not what he says here. That's not what was said in this interview. And again, that's fine. I'm not a purist to the point where I can't. I love the hell out of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I love the ending. I thought it opened up this great idea and the unknown journey. And I guess they really meant that at the end. They really meant the unknown journey because they have no idea where the hell this thing's going. Like, it is unknown to the creators. Nojima's probably pitched 3 or 4 endings, and I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on at that company. And again, I don't want this to be a rant video. I just wanted to report on this and give my honest, raw take on it. And that's what you're getting. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there because I'm getting lightheaded. If you all are digging the content, please consider subscribing to the channel, share it around, click the bell to get all notifications when I go live with new stuff. I've got some new Final Fantasy VII Remake theory videos, which, who knows, I could be a writer for Square Enix right now and not know it. You know, I could be writing the story for Square. They could be watching my channel right now going, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Hey, let's do that. Let's do that. Nojima. If you or anybody at Square Enix is watching, hit my business email. I will help you all finish writing this game, and we will get this thing done. You hit me up on my business email, and we will finish this thing out, and everybody's gonna love it, and we're gonna have a great time. Y'all just buy me a beer or something like that. You know what? Kirin Ichiban, Asahi Dry. I'll take a few of those. We'll call it a day. Take me to a nice hibachi somewhere. Yeah, we'll call it a day. So, anyway, y'all have a great night. Keep rocking. I'll catch you all later tonight for Ghost of Tsushima on twitch.tv/Ray Kaufman, and I got some other stuff coming tonight. So you all be safe out there. Be good. Treat each other how you want to be treated, all right? And we'll see you soon.